Here we are at the Point No Point Lighthouse.
There's two people in the folks in the group too. But I need to go down here for an errand.
We're going inside. So, this part was built in the 1870s.
Don't forget the
And this is where the lighthouse is. We're not allowed to go up there though. The Coast Guard doesn't let us go up there. Let's go down here. This is the addition.
Really? Have you used it? It looks like you haven't used it yet. You haven't used it? You put it back in the bag? Oh, you have not used it.
What year was this part made?
This was in 18, let's see.
It was after 79. It was after 79.
After 1879? Is that when that part was?
This is the foghorn room.
Oh, the foghorn?
So this is where the foghorns were.
Oh.
The generator, we've got some pictures.
Oh, is that what that is? A generator?
This is an engine-driven generator that generated the power to power the compressor that made that compressed the air for the foghorn.
Wow.
That's some piece of equipment, huh?
Yeah.
The pictures there show you the foghorn room when it has probably was.
Was that the horns, sir?
Yes.
These are the
yes.
horns, they were located on the roof.
And we have a good picture of that foghorn on the roof over here. Look at that wrench and it's huge.
Wow.
But when they dismantled and quit using the foghorns,
This is the picture right here
they stored
of the
them
foghorn that was on the roof.
Oh, wow.
They
When did they
stored them over in an old in a Navy storehouse or something over on the east side in Seattle someplace.
Huh.
And after the Lighthouse Association moved here, one of their men found these foghorns in the storage unit over there and recognized that they were Point No Point. And they were all rusty and all dismantled. And he put them together and sanded them and painted them and brought them back here. And that's why we have them.
Oh.
But they were the original foghorns.
Huh. So, do they use foghorns here anymore?
No, they don't use them now. Of course, everything now is on GPS.
Oh, yeah.
We still have a light up on top that it's operated automatically. And we do have a radar tower too. So.
And there were two ships that collided out here. And one of
They're
them is
still
still
laying
there,
out there.
you can imagine. And I was just reading about these two fellows that actually they dove out there at least 40 times to try to get items from the shipwreck. And one of the items that was brought up was this plate right here.
He had one since.
That was on the Samson. And it collided with the Princess Victoria, which was a Canadian ship. And this happened in dense fog, and they both were sounding their whistles, and they heard each other's whistles.
They didn't hear this one for some reason.
They didn't hear this foghorn, and we can't figure out, I don't know if anybody knows why they couldn't hear the foghorn here. Because, this was after the foghorn was installed. But anyway, there were at least 11 people weren't there on the Samson that went down. But there were a lot of, it was a luxury. The Samson was a luxury liner, and there were about 136 on the Samson. But then the Princess Victoria was able to get people off of the Samson. I think there were 11 that perished from Samson, but nobody from the Princess Victoria was lost. There was a shipwreck out here before the lighthouse, and that was one reason that they built this lighthouse in 1879.
You have any questions, Josh?
Nope.
Nope.
How would you like to be a keeper of a lighthouse and be out here all by yourself, like a lot of the keepers were? And there were no roads in here, of course, no cars, and all of the transportation was by boat. Can you imagine that? Being here by yourself and trying to keep the foghorn going and making sure that the light was
The
going?
light was not electric then, it was oil burners. And the little house out on that end of it was what they called the oil house, and that's where they stored the kerosene for the lamps. And they would have to bring the oil in and climb up the ladder with buckets of oil for the lamps, and then they would have to make sure that the lamps stayed lit all night long.
And our first keeper, Megs, had a wife, and they had a child, actually, that was born here in 80, I think she was born, the child was. And they needed some more milk for the baby, so a cow was brought in.
On a boat.
On a boat, but the boat couldn't get clear to shore, so they had to put their cow overboard so that we'd have to swim.
They lowered the cow in the water and you had to swim in. Isn't that great? No, you did what you had to do. Those were the good old days.
The lighthouse keeper's wife must have had quite a time with a newborn baby.
Oh, I bet.
And actually,
Actually, he was a dentist from Seattle.
yes, he had been a dentist in Seattle. And this was a post office also, and I don't know until what year, but the post office was here for several years.
Wow.
And they had to get in, to get food, they had to get out in the boat and go over to Hansville and go over to Hansville to get food. How would you like to do that?
Could you imagine if that was your chore?
Yeah, right.
I'd get up Saturday and say, Josh, you need to row over to the store.